McCullough trying to thread the needle there. Well intercepted though by Manitoba. Popped up in the air. Colmel will give chase. Bounces. Colmel pressing her mark there, Alex Paul. But Paul's going to win the battle and knocks it up the line there. Nice touch by Kasim. And falling on the ball there was Mackenzie Albert. She'll recover well to get in time. Very experienced team out there in the field for Regina outside of Kasim. Everybody's pretty much a third year or higher, except for Kasim. Fourth year or higher, really. Perhaps Zoe Ickton as well, third year. So third year or higher, we'll stick with that. This one's off of the leg of Kasim. And Sidhu, the veteran for Manitoba, will let that one go out. The Bisons, very young this year, as I mentioned. Alex Paul, Bravo, Arnold out there. Of course, the veterans, but otherwise, pretty young team. Here is Arnold, one of those veterans. Gonna say her name a lot, I'm sure, today. See how well Kirsten Colmel is running. She is, of course, someone with blinding pace when she's 100% fit. We'll see how close she is to that over the course of this game. Bravo into the midsection there of Sackman. Sackman, Reinhardt. They pass it back and forth. McCullough. The Chancellor's Scholar Award winner, Hadiza Kasim, the rookie, only rookie on the field for Regina right now. Showing her ability already at the back. Big collision there. Did not feel good for Ickton, but the Bisons will keep it moving into the area. Looking for the header there was Sabak, but just out of her reach as Reinhardt dances out of trouble and puts it into touch. And Zoe Ickton, big clattering maybe of her knee there. She seems like she's okay. Seen some really good versatility from Zoe Ickton, the Saskatoon native, over her 3 years here with the Cougars. She's played in advanced roles and deep-lying roles in the midfield. And great motor on her as well. And a long-range effort there by the foot of the second-year Isabella Lone.
Program will resume. resume. Program will resume.
To stay tight to the Manitoban. Colmel will want to launch this one into the area. Looking there for ends, but this will be kept in. Great ball by Peyton Ends, but very well defended by Paul there of Manitoba. And that was a great piece of control along the end line by Peyton Ends. Little flip into the area, and that could have easily fallen for Kirsten Colmel or Zoe Ickton. But just a great piece of defending by the Bisons to keep it 0-0 here in the 13th minute. McCullough. Here is Ends trying to break through, but Loney was in her path. Alex Paul, the veteran, again, has been really involved out there for the Manitoba Bisons. Great passage of play, though, moments ago by Regina. Almost created a goal. Good battle there by Albert and Bravo together, but it was ended up won by Albert. Kassim with the switch. Sackman, Reinhardt. Great turn by Ends, but then the touch let her down. But a great step right there, but they're going to call the foul on Lockhurst instead. And it's going to be a free kick for the University of Manitoba, as the Cougars have really grown into this game. Both teams have had half chances in this one. But probably the better half chances, if you can say that, belonging to the Regina Cougars. McEwen and Calgary still no score in that one as well. That'll be a wonderful matchup. Alberta and Mount Royal have not gotten started yet. Neither have Lethbridge, U of S, Trinity Western, and Thompson Rivers, UFV, and UBC Okanagan. Try to keep you up to date with the scores of Round Canada West as best as I can as the day goes on. It's going to be a free kick in midfield for the Cougars. And Regina's going to send a ball, and as you take a look at the replay, great battle, but they're going to rightly call that foul on the Bisons. Good ball into the area. Reinhardt touches it down, looking for a nice bounce there to McCullough. She did win it, but there was nobody home. But that was because of a Bison touch, so it's going to be a Regina throw. Kasim with the throw. Bisons, nice touch around to pull this one out. Good football for them as this one's sent up. Bravo looking for the hit and the hope. Reinhardt in a battle with Sidhu again. Gonna say that combination as well, I'm sure, at 10. This one up Sabak. She's being bothered by Albert. Lekovitz into the area. Kasim heads that one free, and then we'll go to the counter press. It's off the leg of Ecton. McCullough. And that pass a little errant, was looking for Colmel. The intelligence and the pace on the movement of Colmel has already made a big impact for Regina moving forward, and here she keeps it in. Colmel, nice move. She's got a runner with her. Ends. Peyton Ends is in and puts it over the bar. What a chance for Peyton Ends. You see that pace in transition between Ends and Colmel. Ends went for power, maybe should have went for placement, but you see the dynamic ability of Colmel. Ends got it to her right boot and kind of tried to put it over the keeper. Easier said than done, but if she had kind of gone across her body low and hard, nothing the keeper could have done. And a great chance, the best chance of the game there, goes wanting from the U of R's best goal scorer. Moment of the match so far in the 18th minute. Peyton Ends, the right woman in the right spot. But a great sign if you're U of R to see Kirsten Colmel flying out in transition. She is so important to this offensive, to this team just in general. But U of R really, as I mentioned, growing into this game, weathered a tiny bit of a storm, but they've been on top the last 10 minutes or so. Sackman, Colmel looking for Reinhardt. Reinhardt has it bounce off of her toe, and here's Bravo leaking out. Bravo along the line waiting for some brown jerseys to support her. Looking for that ball in behind was Loney. She was calling for that one off the boot of Sabak, but it was a little bit too heavy. And Peyton Ends with her 17 goals in her U Sports career, which is a great mark. The record for U of R is 21. And she has generated so much with her pace, her intelligence, her technical ability. I think if she had been more clinical over her U Sports career, how many more goals she could have put in. I'm sure she does think about that from time to time, but that's a great sign if you're Astrid Becker. U of R creating a chance like that. Reinhardt touches it down. Great turn by Sidhu. Sidhu, long range effort. Magnuson will watch it go by. Peyton Magnuson mentioned, youngster out of Regina. First year player, Queen City United. Graduate, and earned her spot. A couple veteran keepers on the bench for Regina. Good ball through, but maybe getting a touch on it was Kasim. Otherwise, Johnston Kralicki would have been in alone. And the foul there is a little bit of a kick from behind by Lone. You see a little turn and Peyton Ends, the recipient of the kick. McCullough waiting for someone to get into the area, hoping for a good bounce. Not too many of those when Sydney Arnold is around, though. Here is the tricky Bravo. Ball defended by Kasim. Sidhu hammers it for Sabak. Evans and Sabak in a little foot race, and a good job of shielding and defending there by Haley Evans. One of many fifth years on the field for Regina, Haley Evans. Lockhurst. Albert. Nice touch there. Ickton didn't realize there was a brown jersey closing on her, and Albert was trying to find McCullough on the angle, but was well read by the Bisons. Souza. Sabak again. Well defended there. Goes back to Fonseca. She'll send that one forward. Mia Fonseca. Here is Enns in some space again. This is what Regina wants. Enns steaming in. She needs some help. Throws it into the area, but Colmel was not there in time. Now Enns will step away. Still trying to go. She has it taken off of her toes by Fonseca. And Bravo, that outlet again up top. Manitoba sitting back a little bit here. But they have a little bit of a valve here to move this ball around and take some pressure off. So that's off the foot of Bravo, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Regina Cougars. 23rd minute here. Beautiful, beautiful day in the shadow of the kinesiology building at the University of Regina campus. U of R Rams with a win at home yesterday against the University of Alberta. 2-0 on the season, the U of R football team. Expectations high after their run deep into the U Sports playoffs last year. Of course, winning Canada West, the U of R Rams. And it's a good time for sports here in the city. Maddox Schultz and Liam Pugh, two hot young prospects for the Regina Pats hockey team. Of course, the Saskatchewan Roughriders are 9-2. The Rams are 2-0. And the U of R Cougars women's soccer team with lots of talent trying to get this season going. 0-0 though, pretty good performance through 25 minutes or so here against the big time rival Manitoba Bisons. Doesn't matter what the sport is when it's the Cougars and the Bisons 5 hours down the road or so. Here's Enns. Plenty of Manitobans on U of R, by the way, including Peyton Enns. You know, she'll know lots of these Manitoba Bison players, and this game will mean a lot to her. Ickton. Kasim. Kasim trying to touch it down. She does. Lockhurst has this bounce away from her. Bravo watches as it's going to be hit and hope, and Peyton Enns will look for that one. Albert. Kasim. It's been a very good, controlled, mature performance from Regina so far. Just looking for that killer moment. Sackman. Touched down by the head of Colmel, but nobody was in that space in the middle. Lockhurst trying to help out there. But always calm, Sydney Arnold. Reinhardt. Lockhurst has it taken away. She wanted a foul, not getting the call. Bravo. Sabak dispossessed there by Lockhurst, who's certainly a feisty character. And we'll see if there's some substitutions. Looks like maybe Jessica Chow is going to come in for Regina. Not as hot today as it was maybe last weekend. Easy for me to say, of course, being up here at the booth. Much hotter always down on the pitch. A little bit of weaving there by Fonseca, try to settle this game down. And a big jersey grab, that should be a yellow card. And it is going to be a yellow card to Souza. But not a unwise one by Souza. She saw the yellow jerseys were streaming away. And a worthwhile foul by Souza. Professional yellow card, they call them. We'll see if Regina waits for their substitution here. It's going to be Haley Evans on the free kick. Bravo. It's off the boot of Fonseca, a little heavy and going to go out of play. And so this substitution is going to happen now for Regina. Kenzie Albert coming out, Jessica Chow coming in. So a fourth year for a fifth year coming in. So Regina gets even more experience with Jessica Chow. An incredible ambassador for this program, Jessica Chow has been over her time as a Cougar. Bravo, trying to chip it there past Evans. Well defended though by Haley Evans. Sackman and Evans having a wonderful game so far on that back line, along with Kasim and Delaney Reinhardt. Kasim, that one's off of the toe of Zoe Ickton. There was a little clattering of Ickton and a Manitoba Bison earlier in the game, and every once in a while Zoe looks like she's kind of feeling her toe or her foot or something. So we'll see if number 7 in white stays in the pitch longer. Great, and turnover there, here's Enns. And looking there for Colmel, and it's off her toe. Not a picture-perfect pass by Enns, but you see the Cougars really want to press high and try to force the Bisons to turn the ball over higher up the field. Only three white jerseys behind the 45-yard line right now. So lots and lots of shrinking the space here going on for Regina. 7 women around the 30-yard line and in to try to win this ball back. Bravo. We did see Calgary and Mount Royal break this press very professionally last weekend. Reinhardt, she does have Chow. Took too long to make that pass. Bravo moves it to Sidhu. One-on-one with Reinhardt. And that's gonna head into the touch. And Delaney Reinhardt thinking about the fact that she didn't move that one quick enough that time. A little apology there to Jessica Chow. Lekovitz gonna throw this one in. Chow the header. Sidhu. Colmel runs into the back of her charge. Kasim, such a beast there in the back line. Looks like a veteran already, Hadiza Kasim. Rare touch for Peyton Magnuson so far. John trying to turn some of this field position into offense. Only had 8 shots on goal last weekend at Regina in the 1 goal. With good composure from Magnuson. Chow. Ickton. ends trying to turn. You know she can scoot. Sidhu's just going to shepherd this one out and take the Manitoba throw. Great all student run broadcast here at the U of R. I understood they knocked out of the park. The U of R football game yesterday was not at the stadium. It was at Leibel Field here in Regina, so they had to kind of take a mobile crew, and they did a great job, I understand. Reinhardt knocks Sidhu off the ball. She's in a battle and using a lot of energy, and it's one free. Ball into the area was a rocket off the foot of Taryn Sabak, but well defended by Haley Evans. In the end, that was a bullet. Could have gone anywhere into the area, but headed away. The first corner of the game now for Manitoba. And it's going to be Johnston Kralicki, the right-footed center back, who's going to put it in. Fourth year out of Winnipeg. They try to in-swing this one. Dangerous ball into the area, lots around it. But now Colmel in transition, going for a run. Colmel, she's got Lockhurst with her. Colmel one-on-one there with Rakovitz, looking for the foul, and she's gonna get it. And a great run. 65, 70 yards by Colmel, and it's a yellow card as well. As you take a look here, look at the pace there of Colmel. Boy, is this team different when Colmel is on the field. And Lekovitz got her leg in there a little bit late, and so it's going to be a free kick in a good area for Regina. And I talked about it last week. Astrid Becker and her staff love setting up really interesting and creative free kicks. Try to use set pieces. Colmel needing a second to catch her breath here. Will be the left foot of Lockhurst or the right foot of Colmel. Trying to keep the Bisons as well as the broadcaster guessing. There is Colmel on your screen. 34th minute, dangerous moment for Regina. First free kick of the game into a dangerous area for Regina. See if they can connect on one of these. Is it going to be Lockhurst? No, it's going to be Colmel's right foot. Good ball into the area, just off the top of the head maybe of Hadissa Kasim. Here is Natalia McCullough. Colmel wanted an angle ball down the line. Reinhardt is going to get a ball down the line. Delaney Reinhardt into the area. Nobody was really making a run though. Great passage of play again by the Cougars. And Kirsten Colmel really in the center of it. Kasim heads it. Ickton. Chow. Remember, these two teams will do battle again tomorrow. Same time, same place, same channel. Ickton. McCullough. Gonna maybe do it herself there. Ickton back to Kasim. Had some space to take. Finds ends. Peyton ends. Dips and dives her way in. Ends into the area. Might get it right back. And maybe he was a little bit flat on her delivery. Lockhurst wanted a cutback, but you see Peyton Ends again being her dangerous self. Really good 36 minutes for Regina. Only that one grade A chance really, but really done a nice job on the press and winning those battles. But Bravo looking for Sidhu, and Jess Chow will wire that one out of play. U of R saying that ball came out. Official doesn't agree. Held up by Souza in the middle. Kasim was trying to play it back to the keeper. Didn't realize Evans was standing right there. Sidhu. Lekovitz. Colmel again. Making a wonderful defensive play. What a marvelous first 37 minutes of the season for Kirsten Colmel. She's been just spectacular for the Cougars. Had 2 goals, 3 assists a year ago, did Colmel. The 5th year out of Pitt Meadows, BC. Bravo. Looking for a nice bounce. Magnuson has to be careful, and she's gonna hold on with Taylor Souza jumping in from the midfield. Hickton. Alex Paul throw this one in. Regina and Manitoba, neither of them have made a lot of substitutions so far in this first half. Jessica Chow, really the only substitution. Here is Enns, you can see her pace. She's got a couple into the area, and stepping wide. Can she cut it back for Colmel? Colmel diving in. Ickton will pop it back into the area. Reinhardt, and the handball is going to be called. Again, dangerous stuff. Starting on the wings for Regina, stressing this Manitoba back line, but not punishing them. But the warning shots have been there for Manitoba, trying to deal with the pace of this Regina team in transition. There's been a challenge so far for Mark Colvin's squad, the Manitoba Bisons team. McCullough after Kasim again, another takeaway. Peyton Enns, Ickton, McCullough. Looking into the area. Should be a free kick against Manitoba. And so another opportunity for a free kick into the area for Regina. And it looks like it's Haley Evans because they want her range. Who's going to boot this one in with her right foot. Sure, the official is going to get the Manitoba wall to move back a little bit. So McKenna Sackman wants it, put her hand up in the air. 40th minute, second good set piece opportunity of the contest for the Regina Cougars. Here we go. Haley Evans has some thunder in that right peg. Will she maybe even go for goal and hope for a good bounce? Would not put it past her, even though this is quite a range out. Here we go, Evans. Good one into the area. A very nice save. I wondered if she'd go for goal, and she did, but a very nice save recorded by Diker. Very, very nice strike there by Haley Evans. That was perfect, almost. Good focus by Diker. Because the thing about that type of an angle is you can hit the target. You have to be focused on a ball driven in for all those players attacking it as well. So Diker did well to focus in that situation. And it's going to be a corner kick for Regina into the area. It's going to be sent back to Reinhardt, who'll get 3 points on the field goal at least. They're going to give her 3? I don't think so. 41 minutes gone. It's been a wonderful 41 minutes for Regina. Just haven't hit the back of the net. But they've really put pressure on this Manitoba team. Calgary has taken a 1-0 lead on MacEwan, by the way. 0-0 at halftime between Alberta and Mount Royal. Lethbridge and U of S haven't started yet. Trinity Western, Thompson Rivers, UFV, UBC Okanagan as well. Alberta and Calgary not started yet. That'll be about 15 minutes from now. So a substitution looks like it's going to be a free kick for the Bisons here in the 43rd minute. Beautiful day here in Regina, Saskatchewan. As we approach halftime, I'm sure Astrid Becker will be very encouraging to her team. Just need that killer instinct. But a first half for Colmel and ends for Regina. No foul there. Colmel is going to switch the play for Chow's got to move it. And Chow will find Reinhardt on the wing. Reinhardt will go into the middle instead of going up the line. Chow thought Reinhardt was going to dip when she was going to dive. But Regina does maintain possession. Evans into the midfield. And the angle ball for Reinhardt's perfect. Reinhardt trying to step up just enough. Done by Sidhu there to take that one away from Delaney Reinhardt. Colmel wanted that ball into the area a little faster. Lockhurst. Chow wanted a foul, not going to get it. Kassim with a low effort from 41 yards, but easily handled by Diker. Made good save on Haley Evans' free kick. Bravo, a little nutmeg in there. She's been really, really lively when Manitoba's needed an outlet. Ball into the area. Here is Sidhu. Very useful player for Manitoba. Arnold just chips it in. That might fall nicely for Sabat, but Magnuson able to cover it up. I'd like to say a shout out to the Maddie Dagenhart, who does such a wonderful job running all these broadcasts for the U of R. Peyton ends. Lockhurst. Hickton. Kassim. Chow. Little give and go. No one's touchdown. It's gonna fall here for Lockhurst. Put it right on target at least. Didn't get a ton on it. I don't mind that at all though. Take a crack, why not? Seen all sorts of funky bounces on this field over the years. Colmel goes hard into Lekovitz. So it's gonna fall nicely for Hadissa Kassim. Takes a funny bounce on her. Talk about the bounces in this field in a situation like that. Again, maturity and intelligence by Hadissa Kassim, making sure in that situation it goes out. So Bravo wants a throw into the area. Chow gets a head on it. Popped up in the air by Haley Evans. Evans again. Lockhurst. Nice touch. Peyton Ends trying to dance her way through. Great effort there by Ends. She can dance with the best of them. To Delaney Reinhardt out on the wing. Reinhardt takes a crack, going for glory, but it's halftime. 4 shots on goal for Regina, all sorts of opportunity and effort in transition especially, and Manitoba grateful, I'm sure, for halftime. A wonderful half of soccer for the Cougars, just could not score. But don't go anywhere because we'll be back in about 12 minutes for highlights and reaction as well as the second half. 0-0 here at the U of R. Manitoba and U of R.
Games evolve. Players evolve. Teams evolve. And fans, they evolve too. But our team pride, it hasn't changed. In fact, it is the very thing that connects us. And united, we play.
For 60 years, this game has defined Canadian university football. A tradition rooted in heart, grit, and pride. This year, the Vanier Cup returns to the West, to the heartland of football. Regina is ready. Let's show them how we do football. More than a game, it's tradition.
I'm Dev Panchal. I'm a 4th-year film student at the U of R. I came here in Regina back in 2017 from India and finished my high school here, and I'm here since then. So the creative media team at the University of Regina is made up of students from all different collaborative work environment. So I would recommend it's a director and switcher. So I switch cameras, I am in communication with the team staff, I make sure that everything is operated nice and smooth, and I'm responsible for whatever goes onto the broadcast. And I think this has expanded my skills, so I can not only go into film and TV, but also get a career in this live and broadcasting. I think my biggest learning since the involvement in the team is my people skills. I think I have interacted with a lot of students from different faculties, different backgrounds, which I was not able to get in my own class. And I think just talking to people, learning from them, learning from their experiences is a skill I value. So this hands-on learning experience has helped me open doors off campus. Some of them is working with the sports team, such as Saskatchewan Roughriders and other media production companies in the province. I think creating media team is a great opportunity for hands-on learning, just because it gives you the opportunity to expand on your skill sets. Everyone brings different skills to the table, so I think they all come together to create a collaborative work environment. So I would recommend all students to explore hands-on learning opportunities that are present to them.
For Jacqueline Lavallee, one sport was not enough. Lavallee joins the Canada West Hall of Fame in the student athlete category after excelling as a 2-sport star with the University of Saskatchewan, starring for the Huskies in both soccer and basketball. On the soccer pitch, Lavallee was twice named a Canada West All-Star midfielder and an All-Canadian in 1999. Lavallee added to her trophy case in basketball, where she was a 3-time Canada West All-Star point guard and named an All-Canadian in the 2001-2002 season. As a senior, she had a remarkable final season on the basketball court, as she finished second in Canada West scoring and ranked third nationally. For her efforts, Lavallee received the Tom Longboat Award in 2000, recognizing outstanding Aboriginal ability. She was also awarded the National Sylvia Sweeney Award in 2002 and named a CIS Top 8 Academic All-Canadian. In addition to a great career with the Huskies, Lavallee had the opportunity to play internationally for Canada in 3 tournaments and twice at the World University Games in 1999 and 2001. She was also a member of the Canadian national basketball team from 2002 to 2004.
In creative technologies and design at the University of Regina, we have many different degrees. So you can take a Bachelor of Arts in Creative Technologies, a BFA in Creative Technologies, a minor in Creative Technologies where you can attach that to other different kinds of degrees. We also have a new 2-year diploma in Creative Technologies. And then we have a brand new Bachelor of Design degree, which is starting in the fall 2024.
What I love about creative technologies and design is that I get to take conventional art practices and add a twist to it using technology. Every student has a different path and different experience with CTech. Mine is more so about creative coding and building interactive installations.
Students should enroll in creative technologies and design for a number of reasons. This program sets you apart from other students who are in maybe more conventional or traditional disciplinary programs. Creative technologies and design really encourages collaboration, experimentation, play, and thinking outside the box. Within our classes, you have artists with engineers, with computer scientists, and they have to learn how to speak to each other, how to collaborate and work together to create something innovative and really push possibilities. It's about play. It's about innovation. It's about creative problem solving. It's really an exciting area that allows for lots of possibilities. It's a really important part of creative technologies and design to think about real-world application. So whether it's about mental health or finding places of home here if you're not necessarily from here, or just engaging in conversations about the ethics of technologies and augmented reality and digital space. That's really an exciting part of the programs that we offer.
I would recommend this program because it's a lot of fun.
Our faculty and instructors are experts in their field. They have a lot to offer you. So come play with us in creative technologies and design.
Discover your passions and prepare for the future at the University of Regina in the faculties of Arts, Science, and Media Art and Performance.
Expand your horizons through fieldwork or internships, dig into ancient questions or cutting-edge debates, all while sharpening your critical thinking and communication skills in the Faculty of Arts.
Experiment and discover with the Faculty of Science. Learn how to analyze and research and gain hands-on experiences in our laboratories, cooperative work terms, and pre-professional programs.
Explore in the studio, meet fellow creators, and experience new ways to express yourself in the Faculty of Media, Art, and Performance.
Learn new approaches and experience new perspectives to help your creative expression flourish.
No matter which faculty you join, you'll develop skills for success
And have gained new hands-on experiences to help you find the right path for you as you move forward into the future.
Games evolve. Players evolve. Teams evolve. And fans, they evolve too. But our team pride, it hasn't changed. In fact, it is the very thing that connects us. And united, we play.
For 60 years, this game has defined Canadian university football. A tradition rooted in heart, grit, and pride. This year, the Vanier Cup returns to the West, to the heartland of football. Regina is ready. Let's show them how we do football. More than a game, it's tradition.
I'm Dev Panchal. I'm a fourth-year film student at the U of R. I came here in Regina back in 2017 from India and finished my high school here, and I'm here since then. So the creative media team at the University of Regina is made up of students from all different faculties, and we are responsible for live event broadcasting for events at the university, which include our convocations for spring and fall, and our varsity sports events, any other events happening at the U of R. So my current role with the creative media team is a director and switcher. So I switch cameras, I am in communication with the team staff, I make sure that everything is operated nice and smooth, and I'm responsible for whatever goes onto the broadcast. And I think this has expanded my skills, so I can not only go into film and TV, but also get a career in this live event broadcasting. I think my biggest learning since involvement in the team is my people skills. I think I have interacted with a lot of students from different faculties, different backgrounds, which I was not able to get in my own class. And I think just talking to people, learning from them, learning from their experiences is a skill I value. So this hands-on learning experience has helped me open doors off campus. Some of them is working with the sports team, such as Saskatchewan Roughriders and other media production companies in the province. I think creating media team is a great opportunity for hands-on learning, just because it gives you the opportunity to expand on your skill sets. Everyone brings different skills to the table, so I think they all come together to create a collaborative work environment. So I would recommend all students to explore hands-on learning opportunities that are present to them.
Games evolve.
Plenty of action in that first half as these two teams really competing hard, but the U of R certainly the better of the chances. 5 on target, many more towards the Manitoba net, and they have been really good. Have the Cougars in transition, especially. It's been a lot of fun to watch this team go out as you take a look at the stats there for on your screen. That was from yesterday, but the U of R really on top so far in this one, and I think Astrid Becker will probably have a lot of good things to say to her troops at halftime, but one of course needs to be, let's put the ball in the back of the net, something they have not been able to do so far here today. 0-0 is the score here at halftime, and a huge one here in front of a good crowd here in Regina. I'm Jamie Neugebauer. Thank you so much for tuning in on the campus of the University of Regina. We'll try to keep you up to date for out-of-town scores as well around Canada West. But a quick start for the Manitoba Bisons so far in this first half. They've tried to jump right down into the U of R half. Here is Sidhu. bravo towards Magnuson, and no trouble there for the rookie Regina keeper. You have our couple substitutions. Simran Lally out there for Regina, as well as the debut of a very, very highly touted rookie, Savannah Caligiuri, one of the brighter spots in Manitoba at her age group. Number 29 out there, and she has high expectations on her in her time here in Regina, so we'll see what she can do. As well, Hannah Wool-Harden was brilliant in the second half against Mount Royal last week. Had a great 40 minutes or so. Zoya Kim out there as well, so big time changes for Regina. See if they can maintain that rhythm and that flow. Serena Mann out there for Manitoba. Also brought in Chloe Moran. Here's Alex Paul, though. She was playing in that first half, giving her teammate Johnson Krolicki a thought. Caligiuri had that one go out. I thought it was off her, and so it will be a throw in for the Bisons wearing their brown jerseys. Kind of a disjointed start. We'll see what all these substitutions do to the flow of this game, because Regina was all over the Bisons to end that first half. And just we'll see if the likes of Colmel and Enns come back on later in this one, because they were really starting to go. Kassim will leave that one for Magnuson. A little bit of a collision there as Lally was, pardon me, that's Wool-Harden, was given a hard ride. Chloe Moran, one of the veterans as well on this Manitoba team. Lockhurst, little bump to Wool-Harden. Doing some dancing, the young Wool-Harden. And very good awareness on her part to create a little bit of space for Caligiuri. Evans, Reinhardt, Wool-Harden into the area. Was that going to be a corner for the Cougars? Looks like it is. Their second corner of the game coming up here. It's going to be Lennox Lockhurst with the left boot to try to in-swing with the left foot there. Hannah Wool-Harden is a big target in the Manitoba box for Lockhurst. Looks like Lockhurst is going to use her right foot instead here, so she'll outswing right foot. Jessica Chow was in the vicinity, Sydney Arnold as well. Reinhardt scuds it in there. Nice turn by Kim. Oh, and didn't miss by much. Great turn and quality by Zoya Kim. Did not miss there by too much. Did the second-year Kim out of Saskatoon. Beautiful turn. And there was really nothing that Holly Diker could have done if Kim had hit the target. But another piece of magic from Zoya Kim, who's really going to be very important to this Regina team for years to come, in the middle of that midfield. Caligiuri into the area. Nobody was home. She was trying to find Lally. Chow launches it back in, but it was a free kick against Regina. See the pace and the positivity of Savannah Caligiuri and Hannah Wool-Harden. Two rookie offensive players for Regina and very, very talented young women. Here is Sidhu up the line. Sabak. That one's off of Sabak. Still 0-0 though. All the positivity and all that pressure from Regina. They need 3 points. No, it's early doors, but very important to win a game like this here at home. I don't need them to tell them, they don't need me to tell them that, I should say. Caligiuri down the line. That one's going to go out for a goal kick. Woolharden, mentioned, came on in the second half and really made a positive impact, opened some things up. She was kind of partnered up top with Peyton Enns at times in the 3-5-2. Hannah Woolharden. Early ball into the area, was looking for Kim, but well defended by the Bisons in the end. Chow being bothered there by the always hardworking Bravo. Bravo in some space. She's got support with her. Bravo, it's on, it's in, and it's in the net. And it's Serena Mann, because of the hard work of Tabata Bravo. And nobody tracked Mann in transition. Alone and nothing Magnuson could do. A neat finish for Serena Mann out of Surrey, BC. And a wonderful goal for the Bisons, well away from the run of play. And it's Serena Mann's first career U Sports goal. And it's a beauty on a neat, patient, composed feed from the Mexican center forward, Bravo. And it's 1-0 Manitoba. Can this Regina team keep composure? Caligiuri got a piece of that one, and then it was well taken away and defended there by Alex Paul. Lockhurst, Caligiuri, taken down right there by Mann, the goal scorer. And it's going to be a free kick for Regina, their third free kick of the game to try to launch a ball in. Haley Evans tested the gloves of the keeper, Diker. In the first half, some similar range. Maybe a little bit closer to goal that time. I think she'll try to find that space between the keeper and the line this time, but it's going to swerve into the waiting arms of Diker, and she'll hang on. So that is a gut punch if you're a Regina fan. And Manitoba just patient and holding the fort and waiting for their one moment, and they got it, and Mann did not miss. And it's 1-0 for the visitors from Winnipeg. Caligiuri pressing hard. And great work there on the press by Savannah Caligiuri. The rookie also out of Winnipeg. I'm sure she'll know lots of women on this Manitoba team. Woolharden has it squib away from her. Kassim gets a toe away from Bravo. Kim looking for the run of Woolharden. It was a little too heavy. And all the good stuff for Regina undone in a moment by a beautiful goal in transition, orchestrated by Tabata Bravo. She's been really, really good here today as Bravo. Well deserved, worked very, very hard, pardon me, as an outlet. As Will Harden tackled down, could have played the advantage maybe, but the Regina Cougars are gonna take it. As Sidhu, being a veteran, tried to move that free kick back on her own volition. And now the referee's gonna go with Sidhu's spot here. 40-yard line sent in here by Evans. Good ball in. Will Harden will watch it bounce. Sidhu bothering her, and it's gonna be out off of Will Harden, and it's gonna be a goal kick for Manitoba. Couple Bison subs getting ready. Mount Royal with a 1-0 lead against Alberta in Mount Royal. 1-0 still Calgary over MacEwan in the second half in Calgary. Lethbridge and the U of S will get going in about 45 minutes. Trinity Western, Thompson Rivers, Fraser Valley, UBC Okanagan later. Gonna throw for Manitoba. A really good start to the second half too for Regina. Just one moment and the Bisons found the back of the net. That's the way soccer goes sometimes. You don't punish the opposition, you're inviting them to punish you. This one's going to be a goal kick for Magnuson. Regina has allowed 9 goals, scored 1 so far this season. Kim, Reinhardt going for a run up the line for a throw in. The wind picking up a little bit here as it is wont to do here in the prairies. Pass from Arnold is errant, was aiming for Paul. Going to be a throw in for Lally, second year player out of Surrey, BC. Will Harden, nice job of touching that one down. The ball from Lally though, right to Arnold. Manitoba turning the ball over cheaply a little bit right now. Man wants her troops to settle down there a little bit. Will Harden pressing. Nice footwork there by Johnson Krolicki. But then Lally did a nice job of getting back and she was hacked down. Getting up gingerly. Reinhardt dancing her way through. Here is Lally. She wants to switch it quickly. Looking for Caligiuri. Here's Delaney Reinhardt. Kim. Little difficult ball for Caligiuri to handle. Chow does just get a toe there against Man, as Arnold will, as always, be so composed, poking that one away from trouble. And steaming away in transition is Paul, but her pass is to nobody. Manitoba happy to make the safe decision at this point. Up a goal on the road, 30 minutes to go. Kasim, pass looking for Lally, but Lally had vacated the premises. Man looking for that. Bison going into space, Fonseca. Arnold. Now Man. Little spell of possession for Manitoba here. Sidhu, great turn on Reinhardt. And it's going to be a free kick in a very dangerous spot for Manitoba as Taryn Sabak, a wonderful job holding that ball up just outside the U of R 18-yard box. As you take a look at the free kick, Sidhu weaving her way out of trouble, and then Just Chow getting tight, giving Sabak a little shove. And so Manitoba with an opportunity here. Johnson Kralicki with that right boot from a very nice angle, about 23 yards out. Great opportunity for Manitoba to double their lead here. Johnson Kralicki right into the wall. Sidhu hatcheted down. Bull Harden had her arms kind of up dangerously, but got away with it. And then a good job again by Johnson Kralicki of knocking that one out of play before it turned into a transition moment for Regina. Man again, muscles Zidkim off the ball. Sabak. Manitoba with some momentum right now. Back into the area, and Magnuson sure hands will come up with this one. Lally. Caligiuri. Chow. Lockhurst. Caligiuri. Trying to dance and spin her way out. Maybe stepped on the ball, and that's what the official said as well. Kasim, the strong header. Chow knocks Fonseca over. So it's going to be a free kick for the Bisons here. Manitoba just kind of holding on. Regina just couldn't punish them, despite plenty of opportunity. And then one chance for Serena Mann on a wonderfully worked goal by Bravo. Here's a chance for Bravo. It's going to fall nicely here for Morin. That one's off the face of Kasim. And that's always dangerous when a ball drills a player in the face like that. So young Hadissa Kasim is going to be tended to here. That's some sacrifice on her part, as Matt Colvin will rally his troops. You take another look at it here, right off the top of the noggin, with some venom on it from the left boot of Bravo. See who Regina turns to if Kasim can't continue, though she's up okay. And of course, with concussions and everything being center and front these days, as it should be, good that they took their time to make sure here that Hadissa Kasim is okay. I think because she got medical treatment, she needs to go off and wait for the official to tell her to come back on again. So it looks like Kasim is going to be okay. Going to be a drop ball here. I believe Manitoba and the official wants them to move the ball back. And now Kasim is allowed back on the field. So good news there for Regina. Morin into the area, popped up. Pardon me, that was Sidhu. Sabak has it taken off of her toes by Lally. Paul. Little give and go. Morin and Mann. Bravo kind of turned, but Haley Evans showing some good strength. Put the pass back to her, out of her reach. Bravo intercepted there by Hadisa Kasim. Caligiuri, quick feet, ran into some trouble. And Manitoba doing a nice job kind of calming this game down, keeping possession and letting Regina kind of run around in front of them. They always say, let the ball do the moving. And Manitoba is moving that ball around nicely right now. Nice switch. Lekovitz. Three goals, three different goal scorers for Manitoba this year so far. Lekovitz, Bravo, and now Mann. And Regina getting some substitutes ready here. In the 67th minute, can they grab something at least from this one? It's going to be a free kick, I believe, maybe a throw for Manitoba. And Regina wants some substitutes. The fourth official not going to give them the benefit of doing so on this Manitoba free kick, it looks like. 3 subs going to come in for the Cougars. Ball into the area, almost bounces nicely for Terrence Sabak, but not nice enough. Will Harden to settle it down for Lockhurst. It's going to be a free kick for Regina. Substitution still waiting for Regina. Reinhardt. Lockhurst. Big sister Mimi was part of the team 2 years ago. Here's Caligiuri in a little bit of space. He does get a poke to try to get that one to Kasim, showing her athleticism. Caligiuri up the line though, and it's going to be a corner or a goal kick. It's a goal kick as Paul and Caligiuri in a good physical battle. Regina going with 3 subs. Looks like Chow's going to come off. Will Harden's going to come off. And Regina puts on Ickton. Ends in Colmel. The experience back on the pitch for Regina up top. They were looking so dangerous in that first half. It's going to be a throw in for the Cougars. Lockhurst. And it bounces badly on Delaney Reinhardt. So the throw will be for Manitoba. 70th minute. 3rd game of the year for both of these teams. They both lost their first 2. Offense has just been hard to come by for Regina so far this year. Going to be a throw in for Manitoba. The Regina Cougars do not agree with that call. It's been a composed, hard road performance for Manitoba so far. Bend but not break defense, and then take your chance. Really only one chance, and they have taken it in this one. Regina's had a couple good ones, just haven't been able to take advantage. Not yet. Colmel looking to receive this. Maybe could have kept going, tried to cut it back instead. Sidhu has that one roll out of play off of her boot. So the Cougars can continue that pressure now just a little bit. Now Manitoba in some transition. Bravo up there, man, going for a lung-busting run. Leads with her elbow. Little forearm shimmy on the Regina Cougar. Looked like Bison's Rams football there for a second. Ends dancing her way in, and then the final pass intercepted. Colmel throwing her weight around. Colmel still working, trying to roll it in behind for Ends. Didn't get enough mustard on it. And here is Zoya Kim. And Regina playing with tons of effort now that there's some desperation. Here's Peyton Ends waiting for someone to get in the area. Ickton arriving, popped up in the air. It's going to be a free corner kick for the Cougars, their third of the game. Here with 72 minutes gone. Is it going to be Peyton Ends taking it? Got an interesting kind of lineup in front of the free kick taker here. It's going to be Ends sending it into the area. Popped up in the air. And big crowd of brown jerseys there. Anywhere will do if you're a Bison. And it's going to be Serena Mann, who's been wonderful in the second half, who leaks out. Bravo. Gets it to anyone to run and chase. Again, great effort by the Bisons, and it's going to be chucked out by Simran Lally. And the Bisons, understandably, in zero hurry. 73rd minute. Ickton shoved out of the way, and this ball's going to go over the hill. And Sidhu is going to go and try to get this ball. Well, we're going to have the ball rolled to Paris Sidhu. These two teams do battle again, same time, same place, tomorrow at noon. Somebody will have points on the board, or both, after two losses to start this year for both teams. This one's going to go out of play. Trying to get this going fast. Reinhardt. Ends. Busts through. Ends in on goal. Great save there by Holly Diker on Peyton Ends. That was first class by Peyton Ends, and even more first class by Holly Diker. Ends blew by the defender and forced the save, maybe a little at the keeper, and just that speed burst, that burst of power and speed by Peyton Ends continues to be so impressive. And she kind of knocked Alex Paul over on the way through. And so it's Paul, I believe, is the one who's getting some treatment. On the field there. So this will add to injury time here. A few more seconds for Regina, but another great chance goes begging for Regina. Two kind of half breakaways in this game for Peyton Ends, and two misses that I'm sure she'll be ruining. Goal scorers hate missing those opportunities. That was Good sort of second, third ditch efforts as well by the Manitoba Bisons getting back. We'll see if Paul has to take time. I don't think she does though, because there's nobody treating her. So she doesn't have to come off. Number 29 looks like she's okay. So great chance for Peyton Enns. Doesn't go in the back of the net. This one's off of Arnold. Will it be a goal, corner kick? As Colmel trying to shepherd it out. In the end, it's going to be a throw in for Manitoba. And Colmel frustrated with herself there. It's been a brilliant performance from Peyton Enns. Just has not been able to finish her two gilt-edged chances. The quality and the effort has certainly been there, though. No question. Here is Evans. Trying to switch the play. Paul just punts it. And Manitoba gets it back again. Going to turn that ball over at a big point, Regina. Here is Zoya Kim. She wanted someone going up the line. Didn't have anybody. And this is going to be a throw in, let's see how for Manitoba. Kim didn't felt like she had anybody working with her. Colmel gives her a little high five though. 14 game season. So still time for Regina. But opportunity knocks today and tomorrow here at home against a bitter Prairie rival. And Manitoba trying to snatch and grab this one. And this woman has been a hugely important for Manitoba, Serena Mann. Paris Sidhu. Right to Delaney Reinhardt, who wants to go for a run herself, but she's running away from her teammates instead of towards them. Needs some help. We'll leave it there for Ickton. A little composure. Great job there by Ickton, and Lally can't reach this one as the diag was out of her reach, and maybe it looks like Simran Lally's energy reserves getting a little low. Lekovitz with the throw. Serena Mann again. Boy, is she being good. Good hard pressure from Regina, and you can see Astrid Becker, the coach of U of R, trying to keep her team spirits going and high. Sabak. Fonseca just knocks it. Anywhere will do. As we approach the 80th minute. Looking for man again. That is Talisa Minar, who's come on the first year out of Steinbach to replace Bravo, who's worked extremely hard today. Minar pops that one up in the air. Kassim. Reinhardt. She wants to burst up their way, pokes it to Enns. Turn, Colmel. Want to carve out a little space, and it's going to be a corner for Regina because of the shifty Kirsten Colmel. Right-footed cross in, fourth corner of the game for Regina. Peyton Enns with the corner. Looking for ahead, and it's bopped away. Lally has it poked away from her. And it's a 2-on-1. Man, she's got Minar with her. Man puts it off of a body, and Regina survives. And you're often very vulnerable off of corner kicks on counterattacks if they pop out the other way, and Regina survives there with Serena Mann in the danger moment once again for Manitoba. It's been a very entertaining game. Regina's played very well. Just not able to find the back of that net. Magnuson safe hands there. Calgary is up still 1-0 on McEwen in the 75th. And Mount Royal's up at home to Alberta in the first half, 10 minutes and so in. Kasim will just pop this one out of the air, but it's not going to have enough legs to go out of play. Man again, boy has she been everywhere. Fonseca. Lekovitz with a bomb from range, but Magnuson not troubled. 83rd minute for Regina now. Time is running low for the hosts. We'll see if McCullough maybe comes on. Colmel was crunched there. And she's getting up gingerly. And Lally is gonna come off. So is there a tying goal for Regina here? Just a free kick from half. Evans will give it go. Send it back up, looking for Lockhurst, who couldn't make it stick. Kim. Arnold again in the middle of it. Takes a bad bounce there on Sackman. Minar. Mann has her pass intercepted necessarily. Colmel. Sends, ends for a run. Didn't put enough mustard on it. I'm not sure why she didn't hammer that one. Might as well put your laces through it. And Peyton's frustrated again with herself. Here is Ickton. Great job by Enns of getting on the end of it. Keeper was aggressive. As Emma Davidson has come out to play on that wing. Going for a run here is Sabak into the area. And Reinhardt will come up with it the other end. Lockhurst. Ickton taking too long, Regina. Minar has it taken away from her by Kasim, who wants to go for a run. Davidson. Tried to skip by Sidhu, not an easy task. And Sidhu held her ground well there. 3 great chances now for the Great Ends. She plays so hard and so well, such a good player for this Regina team. She's created so much for herself again here today. Can she get one more chance in this one? Reinhardt. Gotta move that if you're Reinhardt. Competitor that she is. Magnuson. Takes a Regina bounce. Ends trying to thread the needle through there. That one hoofed wherever, and it goes to Colmel, who wants to launch it from range. And it's off the football post, so it's going to be a goal kick. And Colmel took a crack. She was allowed to by the Bisons. They said, you can have it if you want. And she said, all right. And then launched it, and it just hit the football post behind Holly Diker, who's had to make a couple saves, two of them on Peyton ends. Colmel to Davidson, and her touch lets her down again. 87th minute. Regina with a terrific effort here today. They've put everything into this one. Have been the better team. The Bisons have stuck to their game plan and had one really good chance and took advantage of it. Another wonderful performance from the rookie Kasim. Fonseca. Nice turn there by Lockhurst. Kim. It's off of a Bison. Emma Davidson. Don't recognize her without that compression thing on her leg she always used to wear, but I guess she doesn't need it anymore. Lockhurst doesn't control that one. If it ends like this, what a frustrating day for Regina, because the performance was brilliant. Just no finish. Man, great recovery by Kasim there. And Serena Mann has been absolutely brilliant for the University of Manitoba here today. She's done everything. She's scored, but it's not just that. Her work rate, her intelligence has been absolutely first class for the women in brown. We approach injury time. Maybe a minute or so with the injury to Alex Paul, but other than that, not too much. And Manitoba really in no hurry. Can Regina carve out one final opportunity in this one? Into the area, Kasim, Colmel to Peyton ends. By herself a little bit up there. And it's going to be Arnold who'll whop it off of her own woman, I thought. But it's going to be a Manitoba throw-in, pardon me. I thought it was off of Bison, but I am far away from it, so I must have seen wrong. Delaney Reinhardt to Colmel, who's been so good in her season debut. Reinhardt wanting to chip one in, but it's well defended. Ickton didn't move it when she had the opportunity. And Minar's up there taking a look. Gonna roll right to Magnuson. 90th minute here in Regina. Serena Mann, the only goal of the game. It's gonna be offside. Official's gonna just let this one go. Now it's gonna be offside against Peyton Ends on a drop kick. Don't see that too often. Sydney Arnold, though, just gonna linger. Fonseca gives it right back to Regina. Colmel, great touch. Not a great touch by Peyton Ends. Might work out, though. No, it takes a bad bounce on Arnold. And it's going to be a Manitoba throw-in. That was just a really unfortunate bounce for Sydney, or for Emma Davidson, pardon me. Another throw-in, and Manitoba just kind of grind this one out. get their first 3 points of the season. And if this one was a must win, tomorrow's a must win for Regina to start this one. Manitoba wants to make a substitution. Looks like a big defender. Try to see this one out. Lulu Bordeaux out of Calgary. He's going to be throw in here for the Bisons of Manitoba. In Regina, the Bisons trying to sneak one out here to start with. Lockhurst needs to get it up the field, but there's no white jerseys in the area. Serena Mann, one more touch and a brilliant performance from the second-year student out of Surrey, BC. It's out of the reach of Reinhardt. Alex Paul, really good performance too. Gonna kick one up here for Manitoba. Fonseca. One last chance. Davidson hits it for Colmel to run onto it. Paul puts it right to Reinhardt. Cougars need bodies in the area. A little collision, and it's going to be a free kick. Foul going to be called against Fonseca, I believe. And so Regina from the 30-yard line or so on the football lines will have an opportunity to send a ball into the area. And it's going to be Haley Evans. Maybe the last kick of the game. Last chance saloon. Referee wants the Bisons to move back a little bit more. So it's going to be Evans for Regina. Last chance here to try to grind something from this one. A terrific performance, but same result. Puts it right off the wall. Pops it up in the air, and that one's over the net, and Evans is frustrated with herself. Boy, Evans and Sackman put in a shift last 3 games. And Astrid Becker still looking for answers. This team full of offensive weapons. Only 1 goal in 3 games for the Cougars. Generated a lot, carved out a lot today. Made a lot happen, just couldn't bury. And that really is the tale. Still seconds though, we'll see till the referee blows the whistle. This one pops up in the air. Kasim Ickton pokes that one. Johnston Kralicki wanting to just curve that one to the corner. Minar sort of doing that same lone center forward role as Bravo did so well most of this contest. Lockhurst switches the field, but it's right to Sidhu. Little toe poke forward. And one last chance to get up the field maybe. Colmel, one on the world up there. Davidson. Off of Paris Sidhu. Looking for ends. Penalty for Regina! And just like that, out of nothing, off the arm of Sydney Arnold. And so, from the death, a throw-in, a ball popped up in the air by Peyton Enns. And Regina with a chance to snatch a point from the jaws of defeat. And guess who? It's Peyton Enns looking for number 1 on the year and number 18 in a Regina jersey. Peyton Enns from the spot, and it's in the back of the net. Nobody deserved it more today than Peyton Enns did. And just like that, it's 1-1. The referee with the penalty call. Peyton Enns with the finish. And so, Regina with the goal as Enns put it to the left of Diker. She got a piece of it, but not enough. How much more injury time is there in this one? No more. And Regina, in a game that was going to feel like a crushing defeat, turns into at least a draw and a chance at a 4-point weekend. The Regina Cougars put a great performance in this one. I think Astrid Becker, for the most part, is going to be thrilled. They worked to the end. They never quit. Manitoba did almost everything they needed to do. But Peyton Enns now with a chance to keep closing that gap. Absolutely wonderful finish on the penalty, hard and low to the left of the keeper. And the U of R Cougars here on Alumni Saturday with a brilliant, brilliant finish. So there you have it, 1-1. Man for Manitoba, Enns for Regina. At the absolute death, the Regina Cougars snatch a point. With that, I'll leave you with the highlights. But come back tomorrow at noon, same teams, same time, same place. For everybody here at the U of R, Matt Dagenhart and his crew, we'll see you tomorrow.